time. Each week, Sean joins us because he's such a fun guy. Sean Whitey Gleason sitting in with me this morning. You know me. I'm Dave. Good morning, pal. How are you?
Good. Good to talk to both of you guys, man. I appreciate you having me on as always, my man.
Well, we got a lot to talk about, Sean, and obviously we're in Northern California. You're very familiar with this market, so I'll take the first and the easiest question. Things are leaking out that the players, some of the players at least, according to Mike Silver, think that the Niners are better right now with Jimmy Garoppolo than with Trey Lance. My question for you is a little more nuanced, though.
Well, I agree with those players, by the way.
Yeah, and
right now, today, right now. Yeah.
I think we all. I think most of us side there. I want to ask you though. Forget the talent, the arm, the legs, and all the physical things. You were in the NFL locker rooms. You were under center. You train quarterbacks. You and I both know this team is willing to walk through fire for Jimmy Garoppolo. They had Trey Lance had not earned that yet. How much does that actually factor in on the field, the love for the quarterback in the locker room?
Oh, I think it matters, and I don't think that means that they didn't like or respect or love Trey Lance, but it's just, you know, you got a few more skins in the game and elbow grease into it if you're Jimmy or anybody else. Now, I don't care how, I'll put it this way. You can have all the time and the experience you've been there, but if you don't make plays, you'll lose a team's respect, or if you're not willing to go and fight for a team, you'll lose those players' respect. But we know Jimmy's Allen has been a good teammate. Trey Lance is just still learning, and what a horrible way to end his season. Nobody wants that, of course. But that's why you get the biggest insurance, best insurance policy in the league in Jimmy Garoppolo. So, when you've been in it and been to battle with those guys before, there's this sense of loyalty, not disloyalty to one, just a little bit more loyalty to the other, like the heavyweight who's been knocked around before but keeps coming back and say, I can ride with him while the other guy's learning this. So I think they like them both, but this doesn't surprise me that players feel this way. And because the fact of the matter is, guys, unlike on a college campus or in high school, when you're going out there and you're competing and one guy beats the other out and the other guy, I mean, now they transfer, but you get beat out and you battle. In this case, Trey Lance didn't beat Jimmy Garoppolo out. Trey Lance was handed the job, and I understand why. They felt like he could break through a ceiling, that Jimmy could get him to a certain place, but with Trey's legs and his arm and all the assets we gave up to get him, that he was going to get us was Trey Lance to another level. That they may have seen their max with Jimmy, whether we believe that or not. So with that, I get why they did it, but he didn't beat him out in training camp. He didn't beat him out by performance on the field. The dude's been to 2 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl in 3 years. That doesn't mean that Trey Lance not going to be a star in the league. For this team with these veterans and the talent on this roster and the accuracy of the ball coming out of his hands and a quicker decision maker because he's seen more of it, and that's the way it should be because that's the nature of the game. See more, you know more. At least you should. Jimmy Garoppolo, and I agree if those talk is true, gives them a better chance to win. Depth got worse at the quarterback position because you lose Trey Lance. The football team did not get worse with the starting quarterback yesterday. They got better.
Sean, I thought last year, originally Jimmy was a starter, but they had Trey packages, so there was some confusion there as far as, well, who's going to be the quarterback? And then at one point, I think when they were 3-5, Kyle said, all right, look, Jimmy's the guy now. And the team benefited from that, just knowing, all right, it was settled. So, yeah, to your point, obviously we know there's no way anybody on that team wants Trey injured. But now you don't have Trey starting with Jimmy over his shoulder. You know who the guy is. So to what extent does a team benefit just from that going forward?
Well, I've always believed that plan your work and work your plan, and roles defined, whether it's on a radio show, whether it's in a major corporation, a restaurant, in the back of the kitchen. You got to define roles. It's like in Michigan this year, guys. Michigan's a good program, right? College football. They've been good. Last year, got where they want to go. J.J. McCarthy, Cade McNamara. Your best chance to win is with J.J. McCarthy. While you got to where you want to go, you had to decide who your guy's going with when things matter and it's that time and you need that guy. Same thing in San Francisco. Not that we couldn't see him get there, meaning Trey Lance, but Jimmy's been there. And it's defined, like a lineup card in baseball. If you're in the 3-hole, you're in when Trout and Ohtani come to work, they know exactly where they're hitting, and they're doing it every day unless it's a planned day off. With this, you know who your guy is. You know who he's going to be no matter what the performance, no matter what. You weren't sure about that with Trey. 3 years from now, he may be in the Pro Bowl. Right now, Jimmy's the guy. They know it. You go to battle, you get healthy. I think they've closed the gap. I'm not even sure the Rams are better than the 49ers. But now you've got a little bit more urgency with the ball coming out and the craziness about saying, well, why did Kyle have Trey run? That's why you drafted Trey Lance, to run and throw. You wanted his expansion of the pocket and his ability to do stuff Jimmy can't do. Now watch and let's see what happens. If Jimmy takes 4 sacks, you know what everybody's going to say? Why isn't Kyle moving the pocket? Why is Jimmy running play-action bootleg? Why aren't we RPOing and getting Jimmy on the edge? So you want what you don't have, but what they have now is a guy who just from seeing it has more experience under fire. Now for Jimmy, when it gets to that point in a playoff game or whenever that is that you know he's going to be the guy, as long as he's not hurt all year long, that Jimmy's got to make that throw that you're supposed to make in an NFC championship game, or if it gets to the point in the Super Bowl.
I hate Sean Salisbury. I just said I hate Sean Salisbury if you read the script. I hate, as Sean Salisbury joins us, that we only have 30 seconds now left. So I'll make this quick, but I have to ask you about your Raiders. Sean, quite simply, we know that was a horrible loss. Josh McDaniels is now 11-19 all time. Is it fair to start raising eyebrows at him already? Yeah, well, of course. Well, we're going to whether it's fair or not. Yeah. We're in the wrong world, in the wrong league for worrying about fair. Hell, look at Trey Lance even before he was hurt. 3 starts, and we're wondering, what are we going to do? Slow our roll. Now, Josh is trying to get his guys in, change the culture. The question is he still trying to be Belichick like he was in Denver, or is he going to do some things different and be the inspire and trust guy, not the command and control leader? The bottom line is, while he's calling plays, this team does not know how to close right now. Quarterback's got to play better. Devontae Adams needs to touch the ball far more. So whatever it is on the field that they're doing, and they got to draft better, but right now that's not the concern. The concern is playing. I cannot believe what they did last week, and it's becoming too common in a Raider organization. So, yeah, eyebrows are going to be raised. You're there to change the culture and to change the atmosphere. And Josh McDaniels, that's why you make all that money. He's got to do it, but it also comes down to if you don't execute it, you got no shot. Players win championships, coaches escorted along the way. He's the best in the business, and that's why he's killing it in Houston and all over the country, checking in on sports radio stations. And none more fun, of course, than our visits each and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Sean, as always, appreciate you, brother. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you both. Thanks, guys.
Take care. That is Sean Salisbury.